Hello there, welcome. My name is Haley. I am your host for the Chaotic Witchy Mama podcast, and today I look forward to talking to you about magical oils, particularly herbal infused oils. I don't use essential oils too much, and how I like to use my oils in my everyday practical and everyday magical life. And let's start with my base. I almost always use extra virgin olive oil. And olive oil has a long religious history of being used to anoint or consecrate items and people. It has a long history in being used to honor deities or people, and it has magical properties. Olive, the tree, and olive oil from the tree, of course, has magical properties of healing, love, lust. It's really high in antioxidant. It's good to support immune health. And olive oil is also really good for your skin. It keeps your skin super soft. And who doesn't like having soft skin, right? Next, I use clove oil a lot. Clove oil is good for anything oral. Antifungal, antibacterial, antimicrobial. It has some numbing agent that numbs your mouth really good. So if you have toothaches, it kind of acts like Orajel and just like makes that go away. I like making a clove / rosemary water for mouthwash, and I also have a clove / rosemary water that I spray in my hair. I have used the clove oil in my hair as well. It promotes blood circulation and it helps promote hair growth. So I actually have alopecia, so I've been doing hair treatments on my hair on and off for over 10 years now since I've been diagnosed. When I had my first quote-unquote episode, my alopecia is stress-triggered, and when I get stressed, I have patches of hair loss, and that's happened to me ever since I was 22. So there's that for those of you who did not know, but this actually helps with my hair growth. So once I start to lose the hair, I start putting this stuff on and it stops the hair loss almost instantly, and my hair starts to grow back, and that's, a very, very long process of hair growth, but I almost instantly can see the hair growth. And with that said, the rosemary recipe is fine, but when I started adding clove oil and clove water to my hair oil recipe, it took off because cloves are so strong and so potent when it comes to starting your blood circulation. Eucalyptus oil. This is just my all-time favorite smell ever. Eucalyptus in general has always been my favorite smell. I don't know why. It just makes me happy. So I use this in my reset spell, which I think I've mentioned before, but I will go over it. You basically put a drop on your third eye, your cheeks, and like your chin, and you rub it in, and as you rub it in, you chant or say something along the lines of, I reset my mind, I reset my emotions, and I reset my voice. And just take it in. I also like to use the eucalyptus oil. I add it to a coconut oil base and use it for cold reliefs. It's got that menthol thing, so it's like a homemade Vicks rub you can make with the eucalyptus. Eucalyptus tree, which I have in my backyard, which is where I get the leaves to use this. It's a tropical plant, so it comes inside in the winter and it goes back outside in the summer. So with it being a tropical tree, a tropical plant, I tend to use this in a lot of my sunshiny spell work too. So like if you want to anoint a orange or yellow candle or crystal for like happy summer energies, this is that for me. This has that uppity sunshine, masculine, get up and go energy, at least for me. So I have a sage oil downstairs in my living room on my mantle, which is where I like to do a lot of my child-friendly workings and my daily pagan practices, especially in front of my children, so I can encourage them to join in if they want. So I use the oil to anoint my candles, asking for connection and protection from my guides. I then walk around with the candle and I let my kids hold it, and they thank it for the calm, or for the peace and happiness that it brings into the home. They say, thank you for bringing peace into my home. Thank you for bringing love into my home. And 2 out of my 3 kids do this. My third one's a little baby, so he can't talk yet. But the other ones love it. And I pass this candle out every day. They say that. We light it and put it up on the mantle, and we let it burn. And as long as it's lit, we are peaceful and loving. And with the whole doing a prayer over your candle in front of your kids is simply all you really need to encourage them to want to do it with you. That's all I did. And they're like, oh, me too. And, you know, so on and so forth. I've already explained how we do that. But it teaches them a love and respect for earth and nature, like, and magic in general. Like, my kids walk around talking about magical things. My son is always talking about how much he loves the earth and space, and he just brought me home a purple clover from his walk the other day. We have a bunch of white clover flowers in our yard, and we don't have any red ones, or we didn't have any red ones. And then he went on a walk with his grandma and came home and said, Mommy, it's your favorite color, because they're purple. It was a cute little purple one. He's, Mommy, it's your favorite color. And he gave it to me. And I put it on my kitchen window ledge in a little baby jar. And just put it in there so it's on the window ledge. And I said, now I can see it forever, Hunter. Thank you so much. So that has his love and magic imbued in it. And then it rained for like 4 days after that. So now I think it's seeded in our front yard when he was bringing it home. And now we have red clovers in our yard. And I'm so excited because I was literally just saying, like, man, I wish we had red clovers. I want these cute little purple and red ones. All we have are these white ones. I really want red. And then 2 days later, my son brings one home. And then 4 days after that, they're blooming out of our yard, and they never have. And I'm like, thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you. My daughter likes to help me pick all my flowers. I'm wearing an outfit that looks like my chamomile. And we go outside and we pick chamomile together almost every day, every other day. My kids also like to bring me home pretty shiny rocks. I actually have a whole bunch of like quartz rocks that we just found all on our own outside. And they're my favorite because they're not store-bought. They were found by us. And they've got full crystals on some of them. Like a little crystal cave inside of some of them. Like, these are so cool. These would have cost some decent money at the store. But, you know, we got some nice areas where we can find some crystals around here. My husband started bringing them home when he was fishing, so now we like to go crystal hunting over there. That's another fun thing I should get into at some other point, because crystal hunting, oh, y'all don't even know. It's great to, like, bring home your rocks. You just be basic rocks. You don't even need fancy crystals. You can just be like, oh, that rock's pretty. Bring it home and use it. Why not? Especially if the kiddos brought it home. I absolutely love putting things that my kids brought home and gave me into my magic. You know, that's funny. I actually also taught my son to lay hands on himself and heal himself with his own energy. Like, he fell and skidded his knee and it hurt, right? You know, we put the oil on it, coconut oil, that makes it feel better. And he's like, Mommy, it still hurts a little bit. And I said, let's put our hands on it and let's just use our magic and say, I am healed and it doesn't hurt anymore. And say that a few times until it's true. And then he said, Mommy, it worked. My knee doesn't hurt anymore. I'm magic. And now he walks around touching us and saying, I give you some of my magic powers. And sometimes he's like, I took my magic back and whatever. Like, it's so fun. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Next is lavender oil. Lavender is really well known for being used in calming and or sleep dream work type oil, right? And while it is really, really good for all of those things, and I will in my near future be using lavender for dream work. I have not done that quite yet. For now, what I really like using lavender oil in is other recipes. Lavender oil is really good for your skin for all kinds of purposes. People use it on rashes. It helps with itchy irritation. It helps on minor cuts and burns. It helps alleviate like muscle aches and pains. So this goes into a lot of my other recipes for those type of things, like lotions or balms for achy muscles or, like I said, bug bites or whatever rashes. Lavender is another one of those that just smell really good, and it's good for aromatherapy and stress relief. So, you know, you can put it on your skin just to smell it. You can anoint your candles to use it for aromatherapy, and of course whatever other your magical purposes you want to use the lavender for, which is good in, you know, healing and peaceful, calming type of magic. Or like I mentioned earlier, in dream work magic, you can anoint things to remind you to dream and remember your dreams. Speaking of dream work, I have a new oil that has a mixture of mugwort for psychic ability, chamomile for calm, lavender for sleep, sage for protection, and olive for connection. It's still in my closet brewing. It's steeping. I need to strain it and make that into a salve that I will use for dream work in the near future. I'll keep you posted. And the last one that I will be talking about today is chamomile. And for those of you who do not know, when you pick fresh chamomile, it smells like bubblegum. It is one of my new favorite flowery smells ever. I'm obsessed with going outside and picking a few chamomile flowers every day and just taking a real big whiff of them before I set it out on my little drying rack. I like using a chamomile for general meditations, which you should meditate daily if you can, even if it is like a 3 to 5 minute meditation. Sometimes I literally can hardly meditate for 3 minutes because I have 3 young kids. So whatever you can get in is great. And that's what my chamomile is for. It is my on the spot calm the F down oil. I really like using this on my skin. I will like rub it into my shoulders and my chest and my hands right before I meditate, and then I will just sit here and absorb the calming energy of chamomile. And that's about all I have time for today. Now it's time to go hang out with the kids. You can find me at The Chaotic Witchy Mama on any of your favorite podcasting sites, on TikTok, on YouTube, and on Instagram. And I will have a link listed down below to all of my sites and podcasts. Thank you so much. I hope everybody has a magical week, and I look forward to doing this again. Until next time, bye.